Hi there. Welcome to VISLOCK Digital Permit platform. Today we're going to do a quick demonstration about the platform. What we have here is a dashboard for a client that we're working with. In here, we have a menu with different projects. They can set up multiple projects, multiple information, documentation, organization settings, and I'm going to quickly go through all of this here. We have gang people on site. These are user inputs. You can add as many as you want. All these people will have a company induction. We have a birthday service induction, and they're gonna be on the tablet when they're gonna work every day on the permit. So if there is someone that is not inducted and is not in this list, he can't sign into the permit. He can't work on that permit. We have some filters here, and yeah. Next we have reference procedures. Here we have client related procedures. We have best practices, for example, color code keys. Also we have general procedures like GS6 overhead power lines procedures, HSG 47, pass 1 to 8, whatever you want to add here. Can add new one, simply drag and drop, and all this documentation will be displayed in our mobile app in the tablet on site for easy access. Next we have all our users with licenses. You can deactivate the user, do all the things from here for new users. If these users will have Cat and Jenny certificates, you can add them here. Will be displayed on the later on the process. Then we have all the projects. You can add multiple projects with emergency contacts for that project. We can do. You'll have here all the details. And in here we have all the users assigned earlier here. You can add them later in project team. And we're going to start with Perma-Requester. This is someone who's requesting a permit. Then a permit manager will get that request and do a proper permit and send it out to the permit issue on site and issue the permit. And then for the remaining 7 days, we'll stay to the permit receiver and the gang people that we assigned here. We're going to go through the process immediately, and we're going to go through the process, and I'm going to explain you how all these people works within the system. Then we have organization settings. In here you have your all the documentation you want to add to the permit. Depending on the project, depending on the number of documentation, yeah, you can add multiple ones. You can delete ones that you don't need, and you also have some configurations for these document types. I am now logged in. This interface here is as an admin. So myself, I'm an admin. I'm gonna go through a request stage now. So I'm gonna switch to a different account, and then I'm gonna come back here and continue the process. So let's go. I'm now with a different guy here. This guy Hector is an engineer on site, a permit requester, and he's going to request a new permit. We have quickly, I'm going to show the menu here. What you're seeing here is a permit register with all the permits this guy has requested. We have also a dashboard, a dashboard with efficiency, with I don't know, ready to issue permits, live issue permits. This one here is, this dashboard is for all permits, but he's going to see only the permit requested by himself, by this user only. Okay, so let's go back in our permit and let's create a request. So we press permit request here, and now we're gonna go through all these details quickly. We're gonna add some more description. So let's say we want to do a pit and duct installation in let's say an area. We need to do a valid date, hours working from to, and we need to add some documentation. Now we can add an existing documentation or we can add new RAMs. I'm just gonna go and show you both options. So I have here select documentation, or I have existing RAMs. I can filter through RAMs. I can see all my RAMs that I previously added. You can see here, but I can also add a new RAM. So let's do a quick one, a new RAMs. I'm gonna select the type. Remember I showed you earlier the type of the document that you wanna do, and here we're gonna do RAMs for pit and duct installation. You can simply click on here. I'm gonna go in my local computer, and I'm gonna just select my RAMs. So let's do some RAMs I have here on my local computer. You can simply drag and drop if you want to as well. It's very easy. It's gonna tell you that it's ready, and this is where we have our RAMs. I can see the RAMs and go through it to make sure this is the one. Another thing we can add here is the location that we want to work on. So let's say I want to add a sketch later for the CAD coordinator to create a proper pass 1 to 8 drawing, an SMD drawing. So sketch, let's say sketch for permit 32, or rather say for request 22, request permit 22, and I'm just gonna grab a sketch in here. So this is my sketch. I'm gonna select it, upload it. It's ready. Press OK. If I click on it, I can see the sketch. I can zoom in, and I can see my sketch. So I want to install pit and duct installation between pit 23 to 24, and simple as that. Now I can add some comments to the manager, to the next person in line who's gonna view my request and take care of it and approve it or reject it. So if you want to do some comments here, it's okay. If not, just press request. Now my permit is now requested. I'm gonna see it in a bit. Permit number 32, pit and duct installation. This is my request. Now if I switch back to my account, so this is Hector, I'm gonna switch back to my account here, which is I'm a admin and also a permit manager. If I go home, I'll see my projects that I'm assigned to. If you remember, I'm gonna go in this project. I'll have the same dashboard as the previous guy with all the information. But if I go in here and I go to requested pending ones, I can see my permit, the permit that Hector just requested it. I can see what's going on inside here. I have this view. I can go full screen, so I can read the sketch, to read the RAMs, to see what's going on. So I see the RAMs. Okay, I'm happy with the RAMs. I'll see the sketch, and I can press approve or reject. If I quickly reject it, just to show you the reject process, I can do comments. Let's say RAMs drawing inside RAMs is not reflecting the sketch. Please update the RAMs. Now I press I've rejected it. If I go back, obviously the permit is not requested anymore. I can go in my permits and it's gonna load up here. I'll see the request that is now rejected. Actually is now rejected, as you can see it here. If I come in back to Hector, if I click on the permit, I can see that is rejected. So I have two options: one, I cancel the permit, or I'm editing the permit and it's resubmitted with the right documentation. So I have the RAMs. I can upload the new RAMs. I can click and add a new RAMs. For time being, I'm just going to do the same RAMs and request it again. So now it's going to be requested. It's rejected. It's uploading. If I'm coming in here, I can see the request again. I can, let's say, approve this time. And the next step is edit. So what I'm gonna do now is basically complete this permit. And part of this process is to grab the sketch and send it to the CAD coordinator for him to do a proper bus 128 drawing, to do an extract of that of this area within within the permit boundary, within let's say clearance of that SMD drawing. So I'm gonna add a new drawing here. So I'll show you how it looks like. So I'm gonna go in SMD type. I'm gonna go for SMD for permit number 32, and I'm gonna quickly show you how it looks like, this drawing here. So this is the sketch, and this is going to be the final drawing for the area. So what I'm gonna have here, if I go here, some zoom, I'm gonna see this is my area, so pass 1 to 8 survey. This is my boundary, and the next step is to fill out the remaining information. So permit equipment, let's say I know the RAMs, and they're gonna do JCB and maybe some handig, why not. Max penetration depth, let's do 3 meters. And then I'm gonna look at the services inside this drawing, and I'm gonna do affected services here. So I have SWD, which is a stormwater drainage. I have some LV, which is a low voltage. I have what else I have? I have a GPR. And if I want to add anything else, let's do example. I can add example here. Press enter, and I can add anything. If I want to be more specific, let's say low voltage by EKPNS, I don't know, you can be more specific. Also, if let's say in this example we have a pit induct installation, obviously we're gonna get back some as-built information. I want this as-built information to be in my permit system, so I'm gonna press here as-built required. So I know at the end of those 7 days of permit being live, the engineer will need to make sure that we get back the as-built to update this drawing with the latest information. So next time when he's going to request a permit, he's going to have this bit updated here with the the latest information. I can add multiple documentation. I can add, if I need to add I don't know, service clearance, if I need to add service owner approvals, anything I need to add here, I can add to this permit. I can do some comments as well. Please work within permit to dig boundary. And also I can select a permit issuer. A permit issuer is usually a service locator on site. If I know who is going to do this permit, who is going to issue this permit, I can select the guy. If I leave it blank, it's going to go to all people within this project with this role as a permit issuer. I'm going to select Charlie Fox this time. I can leave permit receiver empty. Remember, permit receiver is formally a supervisor, immediate supervisor on site. And if I know this guy, again, I can select it. If not, I leave it blank, and permit issuer can select it on site. Now, the next step is to submit this permit on site. If you want to save this session for later and update this information later, you can do that. But if you're sure everything is right, you can press submit, and this permit is going to go on the next stage on site on the tablet for the permit issuer. Before I press submit, I'm going to quickly connect to my tablet. If you bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to show my tablet. So let me go. Sorry about this. I'm gonna connect to my tablet. I have a physical tablet in my hands right now. Okay. And before I press submit, we're gonna go through the tablet itself just a bit. I'll show you what's happening here. So this is my user. This is Charlie Fox here, and in here we have, on the bottom, we have reference procedures. Remember, we have all these reference procedures, color code key if I need to read color code key. What else we have? We have emergency procedures, and best practices. Yeah, anything I need to know for if I want to check something on site. Now, we have on top here, we have some projects here. We have T2J main works. If I click on here, I see different permits. If I click in here, I have different permits in this project. Coming back to this project, if I'm going to submit the permit now, this permit is permit number 32. I press submit, and I have a confirmation that all documentation is being verified and is the latest one, and all attached service drawings and selected affected services within the work boundary, and press confirm. Press confirm. Coming in the tablet, I can see straight away the new permit that is ready to be issued on site. So let's get inside the permit number 32. In here we have some tabs on the top with some colors. If it's red, it means we need to do something. If it's green, then we just have documentation and we need to read it and to go through it. The next, let me turn the tablet this way so you can see better. We have some basic details, all the information that we filled up on the web platform. Some project related information that we did it on the setup. And then we have services itemized below are present. Now all these services, what you need to do as a service locator, as a permit issuer, you need to go into SMD drawing and verify this drawing. So I'm going to press here this full screen. I'll see my drawing. I can zoom in inside here and I can verify those services and make sure these are the ones that are selected. Now I can see other information on the bottom here, version number, date created. Let's go back into permit details here, scroll on my services itemized below. These are the ones. Now as part of the process we need to we need to spray the services down. To do so, we need to take a picture as a proof of the services that we sprayed on the ground. So I'm gonna go on my camera here on my tablet. I'm just gonna go and do. Okay, let's use photo and let's add another one. Okay, so I took two photos here. I have them, I can view them. These are my services sprayed on the ground within the permit boundary. The next step, remember, is to select the supervisor or the immediate supervisor that is going to stay on site is going to stay with this permit for 7 days. And I have two people in here. I'm going to select Steve. Now I have my RAMs here. I need to go through the RAMs, read the RAMs, all the information. And then we have the next is gang members. Now in here I need to add the people that are going to work, the operative that are going to work on this permit for the remaining 7 days. So I go in here and I'm gonna add a gang member here, and I have all these people in here. So let's add, I don't know, John Smith. I have John here, and we have Michelle, and let's add one more. Let's add Gary. Now all these people, they need to go every morning through this 8-point checklist, and basically the supervisor is going to ask them if they understand the meta statement, the drawing, the location of the services, the markings, if they understand what tools to use, the inductions, and all these kind of questions. And once they understand this, they need to sign in here. So let's do some signatures quickly. John Smith, let's do Michelle here, and let's do Gary. Just doing some random signatures. And the last bit is authorization. Now you can't access authorization until the other tabs are green. And in authorization, basically we have all the relevant users in this permit. So we have the permit issuer, the service locator that is done the markings, and we have a declaration, and we're going to sign here. So I have Charlie. Then we have the requester of this permit, the engineer, or in some cases work manager, site engineer. So we have Hector, and then we have the permit receiver, immediate supervisor that we selected earlier, which is Steve. Now once all three are signed into this permit, everything is green. If I go back in here in my permit list, I can see now permit 32 is green, and it's changed the status into issued. And that's for the tablet on site. Now this permit is going to stay with the supervisor for the remaining 7 days, and they're going every morning, they're going into that 8-point checklist in here, and they're going to sign the 8-point checklist every single morning. You can see that on the 24th, 25th until 29th, they need to sign. Now pretty much that's it with our guy on site. Now what's happening with this permit? If we go back into our web platform, me as a manager, I need to know what happened on site. So I can see here in my permit register, if I click on my permit, I can see that it's updated and is been issued. Now let's get some information in here. Let me go full screen, sorry about that. So we have our SMD drawing. I can see what we updated in here. I can see my authorization that I've done earlier. So Charlie Fox signed it probably a few minutes ago. Hector signed it, and then Steve signed it. So this permit is issued with this time and dates. Now we have gang member John Smith, Gary and Michelle. Every time you go inside this permit, is gonna get live updates. So tomorrow morning, if I want to check if they signed this, if they signed into the permit, I can check that simply and easy. Also, I can see all my documentation that I've attached earlier, but also I can see my site photos. So I can see that the service locator actually did a pretty good job, and he marked the services, he marked the exclusion zones here. I have another picture with this one. I can see my another pit anyway. What else I can see here? I can see some state change logs. I can see it's been requested, it's been rejected with comments, requested again, all the statuses within this permit. Now if I show you, let's see if we have some permits here. Basically after the 7 days I can show you more examples in here. Let's see some completed ones in here. I can have more signatures, well not in this case. Yeah, in here you can check all the permits when they've been signed, signatures, everything with site photos, all the permits, everything is live. It's pretty fast. Again, you have the dashboard here. You can see in progress permits. You can go back and see live permits that are now updated. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Also, quick one, if I have an expired permit, let me go here, let's see if we have an expired permit. So not this one. If I have an expired permit, do I have an expired permit? Let's check. I don't have any expired permits, but I can show you the process of closing out a permit. Let's say after 3 days they finish the work and they want to close out the permit and mark it as complete. And what we can do here, let's go actually on our permit number 32. I can mark as complete. And what's happening here, I need to completion review. I need to add the as-built information for this permit in order to complete this permit. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go here and add the as-built information. So I'm just going to add just another drawing for this example. So we have successfully, and we have as-built version 2, and we mark as complete this permit. So we have now permit is now 32 is completed. Simple as that. If I go back in quickly, if I go back in here, I can see permit 32 is now disappeared because it's been completed. Simple as that. Yeah, if you need a demo, just book a demo with us. I'm gonna come back to you as soon as possible with a calendar and available date for the demo. The demo is gonna run let's say initially I'm gonna give you another demo, a live demo. Maybe you have your own documentation you want to go through. We can do some trials on site as a second date of a review. We can do some let's say 30 days trial. You can trial it. We can do setup for you. Anything you need, just give us a call, drop us an email, and we are here to help. Thank you for your time today, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.